Why do 80% of sari enthusiasts swear by handloom sarees? Dive into the world of artistry and tradition. Handloom sarees are not just garments, they are woven dreams. Each piece tells a story of heritage, craftsmanship, and timeless elegance. From the intricate patterns to the vibrant colors, every detail is crafted with love and precision. Join us as we explore a stunning collection of handloom sarees curated by passionate sari lovers. Discover their favorite pieces, the stories behind them, and why these saris hold a special place in their hearts. Whether you're a seasoned sari enthusiast or just beginning your journey, this collection will inspire and captivate you. So get ready to fall in love with the beauty of handloom saris all over again. Stay tuned because this is one showcase you won't want to miss.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Mita Dutta. I'm a self-proclaimed social reformer. Actually, I started my career working into development sector, that is economical development, and from there the complete social arena I was working, and after that I took some sabbatical due to raising of children. Parallelly, I'm a dancer. I started my dancing career also since I was 4 years old. But apart from that, I have a natural instinct about art, and one of that is my passion for sari. This is again actually a childhood, can you say? It's a very kind of early age, like 4 years when I started wearing sari. I still remember in my community, like I'm a Bengali from Kolkata. So in my community, the brides used to get a bridesmaid, which we used to call Meet Kole, used to wear a sari, and they are nearly the around 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years, or 6 years old kids, the children. So it's all about, you can say, your first introduction to that 6 years. And for kids, we used to have smaller sarees. So for me also, during my cousin's wedding, I was given a small silk saree to be that neat kole or bridesmaid, and hence I actually brought up in a household where all women, all ladies, they are hugely passionate about wearing sari. And most of the cases, I haven't seen my grannies or my mummies wearing anything other than saris. But my sisters also actually started wearing saris in regular life quite early. Saris. I also started becoming passionate about saris. Even I remember in my school days when I wanted to wear sari following my sisters, who used to be quite 12 years, 16 years, 20 years older than me. So everyone used to get very annoyed in the family, in the friend circle. In the family, I used to get 2 saris each year, for one for Dasera and one for our very own Saraswati Puja. So that also added to my passion, that I really wanted to wear saris, and I used to feel very elegant. I always felt that while I am wearing saris, something is different than my normal attires, like skirts, salwar suits, etc., frocks. So with time that has grown, and so all these things gradually got me into the sari passion more and more deep. From then, my not only passion, what has become very evident for me was I became sari enthusiast. Not that I was always the person wearing sari only, but extra presentable or little more gorgeous looking, or any formal occasions apart from weddings and all, at offices also, I always tried saris, and it always worked well. In my days, it really worked very well at my office also. So whenever there were some guests, foreign guests, or some conferences, some cocktail parties, I prefer to wear sarees. And after this, when I got my kid and I was raising her, automatically with age, friends are also started joining me. The friends who used to be very annoyed you are wearing sari while we are wearing something else, they have also started joining the clan, and gradually sari wearing become quite high, and so the collection. And gradually I found this one group called Sari Speak. There also I got a huge lot of friends, and meanwhile what I found that my wardrobe is actually bursting out. Big thing I must say that I always prefer to wear handloom, and till date my wardrobe is nearly full of handloom sarees. Only maybe some 2 to 3% of other sarees are there, which are not really handloom, maybe powerloom, or I don't know exactly. But my fascination is about two things in the handloom section. One is cotton and one is silk. So my most of the collections are from various states, but I must say that they are either cotton or silk, but they are all from handloom. Maybe I can start from my Bengal heritage. This is one I have worn, and this is one very typical of red border white sarees. That is very typical and very popular in Bengal, which we normally wear during puja or even wedding or any kind of what we call Shubh Muhurat, like good time or any kind of this kind of situation. We prefer to wear this. One of these typical sarees, as I told that I am a sari enthusiast, and I prefer to wear all sorts of designs, and mostly I prefer the heavy palla work, whether it is print or whether it is weave or whether it is stitch or embroidery. I prefer a separate palla. So I will just show you whenever I choose how my pallas are so different. So this is the whole sari, and see, this is a nothing but a cotton printed sari with a fish motif, but the palla is different. So I always prefer to wear saris with different palla. Sometimes these all saris, why I am showing, because these all saris are very popular in the years I actually bought them, because they used to be in trend. Like this is a handloom tat sari, Bengal tat, but it is made different with a kantha border and some hand fabric. This sari is not less than 15 years old. Most of my saris, what I will prefer to share with you, will be very old and having some or other kind of stories attached to them. So this is all which make these saris very different. This we call mix and match. Why mix and match? Because we have different applique done on the handloom sari. This is another applique, and this is something very popular in Bengal. That is, we do after the normal weaving saris, normal handloom sari, we make it different with all these either applique work or embroidery work, or as you say katha. I'll show you my katha collections also. This is something very close to my heart, because this is just a gift from a friend, not that I have purchased this or anything. This is one sari I would like to show, because you will notice this is a Bengal handloom tant sari, but I think you can notice the typical South Indian design touch, because this is the time I think this sari is actually given by a cousin during my childbirth, and this today my daughter is 20 years, so 20 years back this was the trend. Then the Bengal tat is also adopting the South Indian jariwala, that kanjivaram style of borders. I have two specific varieties of silks which I'll prefer to show you. One is Murshidabad. Everyone knows the Murshidabad silks, and out of the Murshidabad silks, these are the sarees which are hand painted. So the fabric is the Murshidabad silk fabric is actually purchased and then hand painted by some of the artists. So this is one very popular weave, not weave only. The Murshidabad obviously is a very popular weave, but making them so unique, I think, is something over the weaving. This is also one Murshidabad, which is, as I said, palla. My palla needs to be always different. This is the whole sari, while this is the palla. And these are actually kind of patli pallu. You have the middle pleat with a different design. A very simple printed Murshidabad silk. Why I am showing these sarees? Because these sarees are there with me for not less than 10-15 years, and these are very usable for office goers or young generation who wants to wear for their colleges, any specific programs in their colleges, and very lightweight also. So that is why these silks are very popular. This is one my favorite saree, which I think it's nearly 17 years old, and I got them due to this typical painting. These are called screen print with acid wash. That is very typical of that time, and I have only one left with me. Then comes our Bengal tussar. I have some other tussar, Gicha tussar, but these are again part of my screen print sarees, which gives me immense pleasure and very easy to wear. And now I will straightway go to the other variety of silks, which is very popular in Bengal, is Vishnupuri silk. Out of Vishnupuri silks, this is one batik, and this is one another screen print. And as you know, Vishnupur in Bengal actually not only produces normal silk, it has got a very specific weave, which is called Baluchori. And from Baluchori, it has got the Sharnochori also. Now my Baluchori. And why you find out frauds? Why? Because two of these are from my wedding trouser. This is one Baluchori which was part of my wedding trouser. I purchased it from the original weaver's place, not exactly in Baluchar, but some place called Raghunathpur, which is also known for our Baluchari sarees. Actually, they also weave the Vishnupuri silk and prepare this Baluchari. And why Baluchari? Because in the silk actually originated in some places around Murshidabad, but with time the weavers actually shifted to place called Vishnupur, and where it is actually produced or originated, that place was called Baluchari, and from there the name came Baluchari. But now, due to flood and things, that Farakka, barrage, etc., these people actually shifted to the new place called Vishnupur. So the silk is now named Vishnupuri silk, and now even in recent years they have also weaving katan. But earlier, when I bought these sarees or when I got married, at that point of time Vishnupuri silk was absolutely pure. There was no katan concept. So why Baluchari sarees are so famous for, and or what? The Baluchari sarees, the weavers what they did in Vishnupur, there are ample of temples, terracotta temples. These terracotta temples have all the sculptures depicting Ramayana or Mahabharata stories, and they have adopted the designs from those sculptures. So from there, all the Baluchari sarees actually have some or other part of stories from Ramayana or Mahabharata, and they have different length of pallas. These are called double palla, like double ikat. They have single palla also. I will show you one single palla also. But every Baluchari, and this weaving is very intricate, and I love this age-old weave of West Bengal, where you will find all these stories weaved in the sari. This is the katan concept. This is also a wedding gift from my in-laws. This is on katan. This is called single palla, and as it is single palla, the design is also less. And this is another adaptation over and above baluchuri. The initial baluchuris all were actually with resham threads, but I don't know. Maybe it's a competition with kanjivarams. People started introducing jari work in baluchuri. So those are started titled as Swarnachuri because you have golden thread. It's all the same. Only difference is we will have golden thread in the design instead of Resham Dhaga. This is the same age-old Ramayana or Mahabharata stories. The difference is that you have, and this is also called Minakari because you apart from Jari you have another color. You can have 2-3 colors also, not only one. For me this is one color, but in that event these are called Minakari. Now I will just tell you about one another milestone of Bengal weaving. I think that is Kantha sari is not a weave. Actually, often we mix up with this weave and drape because Kantha is actually hand embroidered. You cannot do the same Kantha in machine. It's the very small stitches, and that only is while we do that stitch, we create the design on the sarees. And most of the cases, the Kantha stitch sarees are actually done on Bangalore silks because that is the heaviest or thickest silk we get in India. For Baluchori, it's a weave, it's not an embroidery. So it's woven in the loom. So the design is embedded, and that is why that sari, that Vishnupuri silks are actually very soft and thin, but Bangalore silks are more heavy, and that is why we use Bangalore silk in most of the cases. The original good Kantha sarees, which normally actually originated in Shantiniketan, Bolpur in West Bengal, are done mostly on Bangalore silks. Nowadays maybe there are other silks, mixed silks and synthetic sarees also, but frankly speaking, a good Kantha work cannot be done in any theme sarees. It cannot hold, and this is one of my proud possession because this is my first Kantha. I remember I stitched in probably 2008, and that too, if I don't tell you, it's very difficult to even understand that this is Kantha. See my obsession for Palla. It's absolutely different. Then you have buttas in the body, and then you have Patli Pallu. That is these middle pleat or with a different design. Also a border. If I do not tell you that this is Kantha, you may think that this is a print or this is some weaving. So this is something I think now 2008 to 2024, I think it's nearly 18 years. No, 16 years. I think it's 16 years, but then the sari is still absolutely strong and going. Not a single thread here or there, and nothing I had to do with this sari. I can just wear and then put it in the air and press it back. This is another of my katha. I don't actually I'm a passionate sari wearer and a very high sari enthusiast, but really I don't buy every sari each year. So each sari I really take quite a lot of time and then select so that the sari is with me for long time. This is a typical designing. It's a boutique product that we have this script, this print, and we have this katha on the border and little bit of Gujarati stitch also in the palla, so that the palla is different. But the more major attraction is you have this script print with intricate katha cuts. I hope whoever watches likes these sarees. This is another embroidery. It's not katha, but this is hand embroidery, and also a mix and match sarees. This is, you can see from this check that this is a Bangalore silk. This is actually done on the bamboo silk with hand embroidery and a very minor. Coming back to my recent Katha possession. This is one Katha on, not exactly on Bangalore silk. This is on 4-ply Murshidabad silk. Another intricate work with temple border and a grand palla. By now, I think you have understood how obsessive I am with the palla. So I always go with a grand palla. That is somehow I love my sari to be. Not that I don't wear plain saris or anything, but then that is obviously the. This is my first Dhakai muslin straight from Dhaka. When I visited the city, I purchased this. This is called Hajar Boot. This buttas is called 1000 buttas, and that is something once upon a time very popular. In my mother's time or anything, 1000 buttas are something. It's like some kind of pride that it's a 1000 buttas sari. This is also again 2004, I think, or maybe 2003. I purchased. So nearly 20 years old. Why I showed this sari, this is why I am saying this is original, because now I have some powerloom Dhakai. How you can differentiate, because these powerloom Dhakai are very harsh. This is one reason. When I said that my 95% of my saris are handloom saris, either cotton or silk, whatever. The reason behind this, the handloom saris are really comfortable to wear. You can differentiate like these are all powerloom Dhakai. This is again soft, this is not, but this is mixed. This is one Dhakai sari, but this is basically not the Jamdani, what you call Dhakai Tat, the handloom Dhakai. Here you have, this is a 20 or 22 years old sari. It's still really the same. This is purchased from a shop typically called Black and White in Dhaka. That is kind of highly fancy, that you only get black and white, not only saris, whatever you choose, it's only in black and white. And the major key is, at that point of time, I have not seen these kind of designs, this kind of design weaves in Bengal handloom saris, what we call Tat, Bengal Tat. But this was one Dhakai Tat, which actually was very unique. And this was a gift from my boss. This is one more Dhakai Jamdani, but this is in recent days. Once upon a time, the kind of amount I paid to purchase these saris from Dhaka, I cannot even imagine now. This is another typical, very recent. This is very recent Dhakai Jamdani. Why I showed Dhakai Jamdanis? Because I have Jamdanis which are in the line of Dhakai Jamdani, but they are actually from this part of Bengal, like West Bengal. We have a place called Fulia. There also they actually replicate the design, and this is a new soft weave, because Dhakai weaver normally quite harsh. So this is one soft weave from this part of Bengal. So here I am with some of my Odisha weave. Again, I think 15 years old sari, even more than that. It must be 2008 again. As we know, the Odisha Bomkoi used to be very expensive, and this was a cotton version I could only buy at that point of time from Bhubaneswar. We went for a all women and kids trip with the friends, and we had a friend over there, staying over there. So we all actually stayed with her, and then at the time we visited Puri, Jagannath, had the darshan, and then came back to Bhubaneswar, and that was also for me outside my own area like Bangalore. I drove that 50-kilometer stretch for the first time, because here our husbands do not allow us on the highways most of the cases, but there nobody was there. So that way that trip was highly memorable, only ladies and kids. And then this shopping, it was huge shopping I did, and one great thing was my fantastic bombkoi. This is also again partly pallu. This is the middle pleat and this is the palla. So I think by now you must also be obsessed with my obsession of having grand palla in sarees. I don't know. When I started wearing sarees, I remember I just used to wear like any other person, like we used to pleat and pin it up on our shoulder. That's the way I used to wear till the time I joined office and lot of travels, etc. I could hardly manage sarees on my hand, and there was not much about me also. So, but then I think once I joined Sari Speak, now it's must that you need to flaunt your palla. And so while flaunting your palla, you need to have one grand palla. And this is one more weave from the Orissa, Omri sari. This is again very close to my heart because this was a surprise gift from my husband, who himself took the initiative to order some saris for ladies of his home. Me, my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law. 3 saris he ordered, he chose, he ordered and he presented. And it was such a nice surprise, one can only think. And this sari, I don't know, it is so popular. Do have only one, and when I was gifted, I didn't even know the name of Dongri. But everywhere I wear this, everyone asks me, Mita, I do want to have one. I said, I don't know, you will have to find out because I really do not know. I only know this is a typical Orissa weave and very popular. This is one silk bombkoi, and this has got a very specific name because of the pattern of the design, which I forgot. Maybe I can share later. But this is a bit different. We have a grand palla as usual. The bombkois all have, and we have these patches running all over the sarees. This is not patli pallu, or you do not have a very specific middle pleat design. But the whole sari actually, the strip is running all around the sari with a grand palla and this typical flower butta. And this sari is purchased from Kolkata, not from Orissa directly. I have one kotki also that is not here, which I directly purchased from Puri, but then maybe sometimes later. I would love to show you this one. This is one ikat. I only have one, my one and only ikat, which I actually purchased during shopping spree for my niece's wedding. But I am very much satisfied with this sari because it's never ever duplicated. Everyone says this and everyone tells me the same thing. Mita, we have not seen this combination anywhere. This is so different. And also I like this because this has got a different appeal in during the day and in the evening. This is one we can wear in the day programs also. And obviously evenings are great. But then this is the palla. Very simple but very elegant for me. I hope you like it. The most popular and my most favorite is Gadwal, and the original Gadwal cotton. When I actually seen one of my friend who is a bit elder than me, she purchased one Gadwal. Then I came to know about this weave, and I came to know that this is very strangely this sari, the body is cotton and the border and the palla is made of silk. This is a very typicality of this weave, cotton Gadwal. And people often these days, like very recently, I came across a lot of people who purchase Gadwal and they often get confused with Siko and cotton Gadwal. Siko is different, pure silk Gadwal is different, and cotton Gadwal is absolutely different. And again, this is the sari which maybe I purchased from Hyderabad itself in maybe 2009 or 10, I exactly do not remember, maybe 11 also, but not later than that. The cotton Gadwals are hugely priced, and I used to think why. So then I came to know about this, that these saris are made of, the base is about cotton and the border is about silk. So that is why now I think the original, if you really originally get this cotton based sarees, they are also hugely priced. So this one saree which is long neck, again the same friend whom we visited in Bhubaneswar, at this point of time she was in. So again another round of shopping happened and I picked this Gadwal, and this is the basic handloom of the Gadwal, that this is a handloom Gadwal and a cotton Gadwal. You always will have this what you call as crossover mark. So I think nowadays, after talking to people, I find out, even when recently I'll show, recently I also have purchased Gadwal where I just wore this. So everyone was saying, this is Siko. I said, no, this is not Siko. So then it is, oh, then it is that old cotton Gadwals, no, these are very hugely priced now. I said yes, and I love this, the cotton also. So it has got a check and it's very comfortable, I can say, very very comfortable. So this is one more of the same cotton Gadwal, but this is not a purchase by myself. This saree has got a story, a very emotional story, because I had my language teacher in school, not only me, all the children, whoever came across her as a teacher was very fond of her. And happens to be she came to our school for the first time and started teaching our section. And from there, that was a very intimate kind of relationship grown with time, and that was there till the end. Some 2 years back, she actually died out of kidney problem. But just before that, maybe some few months before she was actually diagnosed with the problem, she met me and she just told me that she also she used to belong to one of the Cream Society of Kolkata, so very close to the all literature and cinema world. So she used to have a huge wardrobe of sarees, and she told me casually, kind of, Mita, I have started gifting my sarees to my closer ones. So I said, why? I said, no, actually, I think now I should stop purchasing, and that's why I have started giving some of the sarees as a memento to my close ones. Not all, I must say, but close ones, because these are close to my heart sarees. I'm not. So if you do not mind, I have some for you. I said, nay, yes. Because by then I think I have already completed my, say, 14-15 years in South, and I found here people really treasure old sarees and sarees gifted, well, pre-loved sarees from the elders. So, which is not really, I must say, it's not that common in Bengal. So when she said, I really felt myself blessed that she remembered me, that while she is just giving out her sarees, she remembered me. I can give her. She will remember and she will treasure that. So this is one of those. She gave me 4 sarees. One was new and 3 were pre-loved, and one was surprisingly another cotton Gadwal. And such a vibrant border knowing her. So I just, still it brings tears to my eyes whenever I think of her. That is out of the total emotion, the kind of closeness I had with her. But whenever I wear this sari, I feel that she's still here somewhere around. So probably that way, this is one of the saris which has got most emotional story. This is one of my gift, my one Maheshwari. I never had a Maheshwari. So this is a very simple but another popular Andhra weave, and it looks simple, but when it is worn, it is really very beautiful. Even that day, my daughter wore this for a stage program, and I was just stayed looking on. I think I have this one, what I was telling you, the Siko, This is one Siko Gadwal, cotton and silk mix. But I cannot tell you the exact count of the. This is one very beautiful sari I recently picked up from a weaver directly. And thanks to a friend, Sari Speak friend, she only organized. I think this is a bit, design is bit out of the traditional. And now my to Pochampalli, another favorite weave. Pochampalli is also more like ikat, but it's not ikat, it's from Andhra Pradesh. And this is another sari which I was given by my mother-in-law on my first wedding anniversary. Because she actually got this sari from one of the relatives who actually resides in Hyderabad, but couldn't give it for the wedding trouser because this carries the black. So for wedding things, black is strict no. So she kept this for an year to gift me. And this sari, wherever I have worn this, I don't know for whatever reason, she never liked this sari. As a, she requested one relative who was there, she picked it up. She couldn't say that on her face, but often she told me, why you are wearing this sari? This is not good. I said, please don't tell me. Wherever I have worn this, everyone is always in praise. Always. The blouse is gone now, and fortunately I have another one similar to this which I can carry of this sari at least. This is another purchase from along with that white gadwal, cotton gadwal which I showed you. It's from Kalanjali in Hyderabad. Another Pachampalli, which again I love for its color combination. It's very unusual color. I have not seen this much, and fortunately I got, and with this vibrant blue. So some of my sarees are still in Kolkata because I often swap with my sister because I keep some of the sarees because whenever I go for any wedding or receptions in Kolkata, it's very difficult every time to carry so many sarees. And now to my Gujarat sarees. I have very less, only two pride possessions, Orissa and Andhra border. They have one patola, but this is typically a Gujarati patola. This is very different in the sense that blue is also very unique, and the combination with butter color is something very. And then the famous Gujarati stitch. This is one full Gujarati. This is also one half and half sari. This is my starting with the middle pleat, and from there it's starting in between from the middle pleat to the palla. This is again on Bangalore silk and on this Gujarati stitch, which I still feel is equally popular and vibrant. This is my only Kashmiri Katan silk with the typical Kashmiri embroidery. Though there is a contradiction that this is not a pure Kashmiri embroidery, but the Kashmiri sarees are actually coming out with this embroidery for a long time, and now they call it Kashmiri sarees, and I love it because you will get the same embroidery on their firans, which is of that shawl material, that woolen shawl materials, and not only on the firans. Now I have those kaftans and what to say, popular embroidery from Kashmir, and this is another kind of say very sentimental possession because this was actually bought on the occasion of my 25th anniversary. So far I have just worn once, but kind of very close to my heart because all my friends were having all this and flaunting on the same Durga Puja time, and I was so envious. You didn't tell me you all purchased together and so and blah blah. So that friend said, okay, I'll organize one for you. So now she could organize one for me, and I think some more later on. Now I will tell you a small bit of evolution of handloom. Many of you know these are very regular wear handloom, I mean Bengal tant, which used to be very popular among our mother's generation, mothers, sisters. And more than that, it used to be popular among South Indians. When I was in Kolkata and I was very young, like in my early 20s or late when in 10s, like towards 20, at that point of time, I used to wear cotton, that's Tat, typical Tat sarees. And everywhere I always got appreciation from South Indian ladies, and they always used to come up and say, "It's so nice cotton sarees. How do you get this?" Sitting at Kolkata, we even didn't have any idea that South cotton how many kind of South cotton weaves are there in South India, all over South India. No idea. Only we used to know the name South cotton sarees, and we were huge fan. Why this happened? I'm telling you, because my uncle, my father's elder brother, used to be here. He was with ISC, Indian Institute of Science, and my aunt was actually hails from Bangalore. She was a Bangalorean, and she had a small kind of boutique, sari boutique, and used to supply or carry saris whenever she used to travel to Kolkata. And there was a huge clientele, obviously, at that point of time, 80s, early 80s, mid 80s, getting one South Indian Kanjivaram saris sitting at Kolkata was bit difficult. Not all the sari famous shops used to sell. So, and getting it straight from South India was something like it's magnificent. So she actually inculcated, because she used to carry so beautiful cotton saris. Now I understand that those saris, maybe those were kanchi cottons. But then I didn't know even. I knew it is cotton sari. There are multiple weaves, cotton weaves in South India. I hardly knew anything, but I was huge fond of South Indian cotton sarees. So once upon a time, why I pulled out these two sarees, that these were a very normal and regular wear for us, which started changing. Why? Because the South Indian cotton sarees used to be much more softer and they very highly kind of durable. So durable, and price wise also I used to feel that if you really pay some 300 rupees at that point of time for that sari, which used to be shocking for a cotton sari, but I knew that it will aram if I can wear till 12-15 years. That was the kind of range. And then this Bengal cotton Tat sarees started, price rise started happening. And then the main basic thing has come, that this South cotton got popular in Kolkata also. By the time I came here and started living in Bangalore, I gradually came to know that what is South cotton is not South cotton that per se. It is so many weaves from various parts of South India, including Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Kerala also. I don't have my first South cotton sari with me. No, I have that. But this is one sari I was given during the wedding. We have certain small rituals like bathing and all things. So for that also we need cotton saris to be coming from groom's house. So my mother-in-law came to South India just before the wedding. So she picked a few of the saris, and one was this one. And for her, this didn't have much kind of likings or any extra value or something. She required to send one cotton sari, so she sent that. She said you can give it to someone younger to you after that ritual, because that's only say maybe for 10-15 minutes I have to wear. But I said, why? I'm not going to give it. That sari is after 25 years. Still I wear this and see the color. And it's so comfortable, you cannot just imagine. So this was the kind of South cotton saris we used to know as South cotton saris. Maybe some people can tell me whether it is kanchi cotton or anything else. This is one kanchi cotton pure by bought from here. My very favorite and very unusual color. It's a short color. That is also, this short color concept also came to us from Kanjivaram itself. It's still preserved, which used to be having a resham thread, not with jari. Jari came much later. Jari came like mid 80s. Gradually, Jari took over. We don't get any Kanjivaram with resham threads. But this one is one Kanchi cotton. I purchased, say, I think another 13, 14 years back. This is a very simple cotton. I got it from Sumangali, which is another very popular shop in our commercial street. This is the, what do you say, that I think anyone from South India will agree to that. They all have seen their mothers or grandmothers wearing all these sarees for years. They don't really torn or get. I have two more sarees with this kind of work, but again they are not handy. So this is one saree which is, I think I purchased when I was maybe 20 or 21, long time, but still carries the same shine. So that is the reason. And till date, my sister has got, I think, not less than 8 to 10 this kind of sarees, Kanjivaram sarees, which we still long for. We want that weavers please do remake these sarees, because these sarees are generally lasting very long, more than the jari work. One of the another saree from my wedding trouser came from my what you call, my in-law's place. My mother-in-law, as I said, she bought this during her trip. This is a Korvai Kanjivaram. This is actually that what you call first jari wala Kanjivaram for me. Before this, I have not purchased any of the Kanjivaram which has got jari. Because for us, jari lasts less time than thread work. Some of more recent ones, see, all jari. Even with temple border, this is jari. Because really nowadays we don't find without jari. But other than that, this is one with what you call jute thread. Some jute thread work. This is something more recent, like maybe some 15 years. We used to love the two things about Kanjivaram sarees. One was this temple border, and the second one was this thread. These for I think 20 years now. But nobody can say that this is as old as 20 years. This sarees has got that very typical beauty, shine, and comfort. And again, I will say that this is the reason why I wear handloom, because it's always comfortable. Maybe maintenance is bit costly, but then nowadays, because of power loom, handloom, weavers are suffering. So I don't know how far I will also be able. Why I am showing this one? This is during my daughter's birth. Yeah, we have an occasion called what you call? We call it Shad means wish. Okay. So in that case, my sister went to buy sarees, and there they come to know that how the saree genre is changing, how the mix thing is coming up. This saree, this is pure, but this is not pure. So that is the time when we were cautioned that you need to understand your weave, because now mixing is quite popular and it is coming up. To make the price affordable, that sarees are one, it's going to power loom, but that power loom sarees you can identify easily. But the pure sarees is also having mixed border. This is just mixed border. So that is why I am showing this saree, that how it actually evolved. Because when we started purchasing in 80s this Kanjivaram sarees and all, there was nothing but pure silk, all those. And yeah, they were expensive. But we knew that one or two sarees are really kind of lifetime. This is a lifetime. At least 10, 15 years we will aram se will wear them. So you can possess your pride possession of Kanjivaram stocks. Now we have katan, that is mixed silks in Banjuri. But in my time, I have not seen this. Now you have China silk also. There also you have the Banjuri designs. And power loom you can easily identify because the price will, you can understand from the price also that this is not a handloom. This has got very nice feeling because this saree was bought for me by my niece when she visited Assam after her marriage. So it is all with my niece's love. Not only that, it is at that point of time, none of us have got this combination. Everyone used to eye my saree because it's so beautiful when used to wear this shining silver base and with red and black. So I always used to thank her that I bought one Yekhulla. But at this point of time, say this saree is I think not less than 10, 11 years old. So then she asked me, can I buy one mekhla for you? I said no, buy one mekhla. So buying saree, it's gifting saree also. If I suddenly look at my saree wardrobe, then what I find that most of my favorite sarees and costly sarees are so old and still they are with me and I love wearing them. So maybe some people are attached to their ornaments, gold ornaments. I don't have any inhibition about gold, but I truly have love for my sarees and I really treasure them. And as I said, it's bursting out. So a lot of people suggesting me that you should start giving them away. And I said that's the prime problem. I cannot give it away. I can give it for wearing, but I cannot really gift it away. Okay, chalo, I'm done with this. All the sarees are very close to my heart. This is a Kerala cotton. Actually, it was a what you call that prize winner because I won this out of a competition and this one is actually my friend. She's also a Sari Speak member. Did this that Ram Mandir and frankly speaking, I have two more with hand painting and all, but probably they are not in front of me. But